What's up, guys? Welcome back to another installment of Mr. Eric Reads. It is Tuesday evening, and as you can see, I'm still in my office, which some might think is a no good, terrible, very bad day. However, it's not, because I've got a book for you, because that's what you're here for. And in fact, it's Judith Viorst, Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day, which I feel like some days we have those, but there's always tomorrow. So let's find out then about Alexander's Day and see if it was really that bad. Here on Mr. Eric Reads. I went to sleep with gum in my mouth, and now there's gum in my hair. And when I got out of bed this morning, I tripped on a skateboard, and by mistake, I dropped my sweater in the sink while the water was running. And I could tell it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. And at breakfast, Anthony found a Corvette Stingray car kit in his breakfast cereal box. And Nick found a junior undercover agent code ring in his breakfast cereal box. But in my breakfast cereal box, all I found was breakfast cereal. I think I'll move to Australia. In the carpool line, Miss Gibson let Becky have a seat by the window. Audrey and Elliot got seats by the windows too. And I said I was being scrunched. I said I was being smushed. I said if I didn't get a seat by the window, I was going to be car sick. And no one even answered. I could tell it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. At school, Miss Dickens liked Paul's picture of a sailboat better than my picture of an invisible castle. At singing time, she said I sang too loud. At counting time, she said I left out the number 16. Who needs 16 anyway? I could tell it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. I could tell because Paul said I wasn't his best friend anymore. He said that Philip Parker was his best friend and that Albert Moyo was his next best friend and that I was only his third best friend. I hope you sit on a tack, I said to Paul. I hope the next time you get a double-decker strawberry ice cream cone that the ice cream part falls off the cone and lands in Australia. There were 2 cupcakes in Philip Parker's lunch bag, and Albert got a Hershey bar with almonds, and Paul's mother gave him a piece of jelly roll that had little coconut sprinkles on top. And guess whose mother forgot to put in a dessert? It was a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. That's what it was, because after school, Mom took us to the dentist and Dr. Fields found a cavity just in me. Come back next week, he said, and I'm gonna fix it. Next week, I'm going to Australia. On the way downstairs, the elevator door closed on my foot, and while we were waiting for my mom to go get the car, Anthony made me fall where it was muddy. And that's when I started crying because of the mud. Nick said I was a crybaby. And then, while I was punching Nick for saying that I was a crybaby, my mom came back with the car and scolded me for being muddy and for fighting. I am having a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. That's what I told everybody, but no one even answered. So then when we went to the shoe store to buy some sneakers, Anthony chose white ones with blue stripes, Nick chose red ones with white stripes, and I chose blue ones with red stripes. But then the shoe man said, "Sorry, son, we're all sold out." So they made me buy plain old white shoes. But you know what? They can't make me wear them. When we picked up my dad at his office, he said I couldn't play with the copying machine, but I forgot. He also said to watch out for the books on his desk, and I was careful as could be except for my elbow. He also said don't fool around with his phone, but I think I'll call Australia. My dad said please don't pick him up anymore. Man, it was a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. There were lima beans for dinner, and I hate lima beans. There was kissing on TV, and I hate kissing. My bath was too hot, I got soap in my eyes, my marble went down the drain, and I had to wear my railroad train pajamas. And I hate my railroad train pajamas. When I went to bed, Nick took back the pillow he said I could keep, and the Mickey Mouse nightlight had burned out. Then I bit my tongue. The cat wants to sleep with Anthony and not me. It has been a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. And my mom says that some days are like that. And some days are like that, even in Australia. The End. Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day by Judith Viorst here on Mr. Eric Reads. I think the message there, guys, is that some days aren't our favorites, and some days we don't win, but there's always tomorrow, which is what I always say. If we didn't have a great Monday, let's have a better Tuesday. If we didn't have a great Tuesday, make Wednesday awesome. Use the opportunities that we have to make the next day even better. I hope that you guys enjoyed that story. Please continue to stay safe. Wash those hands. And as always, please continue to practice kindness in everybody that you talk to, everybody that you see, everybody that you communicate with. All right? See you guys around.